Rio as the first national university of Vietnam, the Temple of Literature, commonly called Văn Miếu Quốc Tử Giám in Vietnamese, is not only the typical historical site in Hanoi capital, but the cultural quintessence of the bygone feudalism also. For the first visitor, it could be a pity if it's missed out in the must-see list. The main architectures include Văn Miếu Môn, Đại Trung Môn, Khuê Văn Các, Thiên Quang Tỉnh, Đại Thành Môn, Thái Học Môn. Actually, Văn Miếu is a temple of literature, but Quốc Tử Giám is an imperial academy. Originally built in 1070 under the reign of King Lý Thánh Tông, the temple was primarily dedicated to Confucius, as well as other scholars and sages. 6 years later, Quốc Tử Giám was constructed next to the temple by order of King Lý Nhân Tông in order to provide education for the imperial bureaucracy, but then opening its door to private commoner. Successful graduates has their names engraved on the stone stair of the top of the stone turtle. Most of the architectural features of the temple complex are heavily influenced by the Chinese style. To be more specific, the proximity of the temple to the Imperial Academy is similar to the Beijing Confucius Temple and Imperial Academy. Furthermore, the construction of the temple also emulates the one in Confucius' hometown in Shandong, China. The temple in fact follows a standard Confucian layout, and the most eye-catching at the front is the lake. The total area of the lake is about 12,297 meters square, and in the middle stand Kim To Mao, where the poetry commentaries took place in an ancient time. Moreover, a clear pond surrounded by a shady trees gives visitors a sense of tranquility and freshness. The inner of Văn Miếu Quốc Tử Giám is separated from Giám Garden and the outer space by brick walls. Its inside is divided into 5 different layers of space. Each layer is isolated by brick walls and connected by gates, 1 central gate and 2 on the side posts. The first and main gate of the present is Văn Miếu Môn, the great portico in English, built in a typical Vietnamese style, as similar to the ancient gates of Baptist and folk religion temples. Passing through the main gate, the first country that, and the 3 parts lying before you from which tourists will be guided to the Đại Trung Môn, the great middle gate. Going further, the third courtyard comes across you, running from Đại Trung Môn to the Khuê Văn Các. The 3 parts continue, and the next 2 side gates are the Cửa Bi Văn, the magnificent of latter gate, and Cửa Xúc Văn, crystallization of latter gate, which lead to the 2 graveyards of early doctors. The structure consists of 4 squares, whitewashed brick pillars, supporting a red wooden pavilion with an elaborate terracotta tile roof. The fourth area is central around the Thiên Quang Tỉnh, where of heavenly clarity. On the sides of the lake are the ancient doctors' graveyards, or still-living pavilions. Each headstone of them displays the name of a person that passed a high-level examination. There are 82 of them created from 1442 to 1779. The fifth area, the center area and the main architectures of the Temple of Literature, consists of two lecture works in parallel layout. The outside building is Bái Đường, House of Ceremony, while the other is Thượng Cung. The final area is Khai Thánh Temple, where worshiping the Confucius parents take place. Originally, it was a study place where erudite scholars were designated as official teachers to instill knowledge into the king. In the Temple of Confucius, there is a variety of statues of Confucius. At the Confucius shrines, there are two pairs of cranes riding on the back of turtles, which are the typical objects of Vietnamese temples and pagoda.
So in here they call a totally admiration area. How many schools
Văn Miếu Quốc Tử Giám has long been recognized as one of the most iconic historical cultural heritage of Vietnam. Besides being a popular sightseeing destination, it is a place where several poetry communities are organized. The celebration of the Tết holiday and some academy-related ceremony take place in order to express people's wishes and hopes for their educational paths. In conclusion, despite the fact that Hanoi has been developed day in day out to keep pace with the rest of fast-changing world, a myriad of ancient relics and Vietnamese time-honored tradition has still lingered on some corners of the capital. Therefore, it's well worth considering the building complex at the soul of Vietnamese cultural life and even the gratification of human beings until now. Any questions related to Hanoi, please comment on this video. Happy to help you explore Hanoi in Vietnam. Thanks and goodbye.